What's up, everybody? It's Dan, Binder Boneyard, making a video on rebuilding a master cylinder. We recently brought in a 65 travelall that's super sweet, but it needed full brake everything pretty much. So we were able to rebuild the front wheel cylinders and then order new ones for the back. But the original master cylinder is in need of some serious help. So just to get you guys up to speed here, this guy is not the one that came off of it, but I'm using it for an example. When you want to take it apart, you got these snap rings, pull them out. Notice how rusty and crusty that bore is. You're probably going to have to push the aluminum in so that you can get in there with a piece of emery cloth and touch it up so that you knock the rust down. And then if you work it just right, they'll pop out, little WD-40, and then they'll come out of there. If you really want to get aggressive, you can take your handy dandy blow nozzle and go right in the end there, and that's going to shoot out pretty much like a rocket. And so I recommend, if you do something like that, cover the end with a rag, point it at the ground. Don't do it next to your, family heirloom, anything like that. So that's the first step in disassembly, is getting those things apart. And then once that's apart, a lot of them have this brake light switch. Unscrew that out of there. And then what I like to do is I soak them in, I guess it's phosphoric acid. If you buy it at Home Depot, it's called Clean Strip. It's like concrete etch. It's green, comes in a plastic jug. This is the one that came off of the 65. This is what we'll be rebuilding. Notice how nice and gray it is. I forgot there was a paper gasket on there when I soaked it. But took care of all the rust, cleaned the bores. It's very good stuff. Don't put aluminum in it. Don't put this one in it whole with those aluminum intermediate pieces, because they will dissolve and disappear. So I left this in for about 12 hours. You don't want to go much more than that. These have, where is it? Right there. Those are little brass seats. So you don't want to leave it in there too long, because it will start to eat the brass as well. So this guy is what we're using. I'm in love with the original IH stuff. I mean, you can see it's got the IH cast into it. It gives you the bore size so that when you're ordering your rebuild kits, you already know what you need. So unfortunately, my Napa has stopped carrying rebuild kits for these, so I had to go to O'Reilly's. You got, oh, it's backwards. 33160 is the 1.8" bore, and then the 31087 is the 1" bore. You'll see in those kits, they come with all the parts. The aluminum piece already has the cup on it, the new inner cup, springs, all of it. Because when I took this one apart, it was full of gunk and junk, and that's after me cleaning it up some. This stuff was just packed in there. So yeah. So before we can start assembling this, you'll need a brake hone. Got these little stones on it. You can set the tension with this guy here. You need some brake fluid. What I do is it fits down inside the bores. So get some brake fluid. I use a little cap from an aerosol can just to hold some brake fluid. Put it on the old drill here. And then I take this guy, take my finger, put some brake fluid in there just to kind of give it something. You don't want to go dry. That's hard on everything in there. Get it. Probably should be wearing gloves. I'm sure brake fluid is terrible for my skin. So I guess, yeah, you guys should be wearing gloves. Do as I say, not as I do. In the bore. Just run the hone in there. It's hard for you to see, but you know, it got some material out of there, so got a can of brake clean we can use to hose it out and double check. But yeah, so then once you've got it honed and you know there's no ridges or high spots or low spots or pitting in there, then you can take your kit and you just install it the way that you took it apart. You drop the spring in, drop your washer, your cup in, and then that guy. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So hopefully that helped you guys answer it, because yeah, I'm sorry, there's more. Once you drop it in, don't forget to put your snap rings back on. Wherever mine went, I had them. Sometimes the kits come with them, sometimes they don't. This particular kit does. It's right here. Don't forget to put the snap rings back in the bore, otherwise as soon as you're done they just go shooting back out. So anyway, hopefully that answered it for you, and good luck on building your master cylinder.